Today, I'm going to give you all the information about the first official Margaritaville at sea sailing. I'm going to give you my thoughts on my stateroom, the ship, the crew, the entertainment, and the food. If that sounds interesting to you, please keep watching. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are having a splendid day. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kim and I am happy you stopped by. I have a lot of information to share about Margaritaville at sea, but before we dive in, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing a couple follow-up videos to this one because there is just so much information to share. So be sure to ring the bell if you want to be notified when I upload those videos. This was a short 2-night sailing out of Port of Palm Beach, and it went to Grand Bahama and back. And I booked this because I am a big Jimmy Buffett fan and I wanted to be one of the first to see what this new cruise line was all about. The ship started boarding at 1 p.m. so we arrived at the port right around 12:30, and immediately they sent us to go get a COVID test. There was no line and no waiting, but when we did go up to take the test, they told us there would be a $75 fee to take the test. However, if we brought our own at-home tests, they could administer those to us there at no additional cost. Unfortunately, we didn't know about that option. There was absolutely no communication from the cruise line about that, so we paid the $75 and they told us to go ahead and check in and that if we tested positive, they would come and find us. Check-in was quick and easy, and before we knew it, we were through the line. At the check-in area, there are a couple tables. Now, there's no one there to direct you or anything, but one of the tables does have menus on it, and that is where you stop to make your dining reservations. Finn's is the main dining room, and they have a 6 o'clock and an 8:30 seating. But it would be very easy to bypass this table since there's no one around to really tell you where to go. So I would definitely recommend that you make your dining reservations before you board the ship, and that's also where you can inquire about reservations at the JWB Steakhouse. We then boarded the ship and headed straight to our cabin. Our cabin was number 6149 on deck 6, and it was an ocean view cabin. This ship is an older ship. It's been refurbished, but it doesn't have many balconies. I think it only has a handful of balconies. So really your options on this sailing are an interior cabin or an ocean view, and we opted for the ocean view. The cabin was basic but very cheerful, and I really liked all of the decor. The wallpaper was super cute, but I did note that there were several bubbles on the wallpaper, like it had been hung very, very hastily. Maybe that's because they were rushing to get the ship ready to sail, but I did definitely notice some bubbles on the wallpaper. One very cute touch in the room is that although you probably can't see it in the video, there were parrots almost embossed in the fabric on the bed, and it was really cute, but you could only see the parrots at certain angles. The cabin had plenty of storage for a 2-night sailing. It had a good-sized closet and several drawers, and the suitcases fit perfectly under the bed. The bathroom was small but functional, and they did give you toiletries, including shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and lotion. The shower was also quite small, but the water pressure was good, and we had no problems with hot water. A couple other things I should note about the cabin is that our TV had sound but no picture for some reason, and also the safe wasn't working. It said it needed a new battery. Wasn't a big deal. We weren't in the cabin much anyway, but I just thought I would note that. All in all, the cabin met our needs. We were happy with it, and the bed was also pretty comfortable. Another interesting thing about this sailing is that we never did a safety drill. There was no muster. I don't know if we missed it or something, but we were never asked to do any sort of drill. My dog Bimini joined us, so she's going to be here with us for a little bit, I think. She's going to be right here behind me. She missed me because we were on the cruise. So once we checked out our cabin, we went to lunch at the buffet, and I will get into that later. I'll tell you all about the food in a little bit. And then we headed up to deck to prepare for the sail away party. And one slightly disappointing thing is that Jimmy did not appear on the ship. A lot of people booked this very first sailing thinking that Jimmy Buffett might be there to welcome people on board, maybe just make a welcome announcement, maybe sing a song, but that did not happen. He was on the VIP invite-only cruise a couple days before, but he didn't show up for our cruise, unfortunately. But that didn't seem to dampen anyone's mood. The parrot heads were out in full force. Everyone was in a great mood and ready to party. The demographics on this sailing were all over the place, everything from small children up to senior citizens, and everybody seemed like they were just ready to have a really, really good time. It wasn't a super drunken, rowdy group. It was just a group of people who were really having fun. So that's how we spent our first few hours on board, and now I'm just going to give you general information about our sailing. Overall, the ship looked good. They have completely refurbished it to fit in with the Margaritaville vibe, and I really liked the decor. Some areas did look a bit weathered, but I did hear on board that they've only completed phase 1 of 3 phases of the refurbishment. Most areas of the ship have been redone, and they looked brand new. Now let's talk about the food on board. We did eat a couple times in the buffet, and the buffet was a little less than impressive. The buffet didn't have a lot of options, but everything we did eat there was pretty good. I jokingly said to my husband, I think they call it the Port of Indecision buffet because nothing looks that great, so it's hard to decide what to eat. The buffet had a carving station with one type of meat. It had burgers and dogs. They also had a roll section, fruit, salad, cheese, and then a few hot dishes that you could choose from. The hot stations had things like beef stroganoff, fried chicken, steamed vegetables, and rice. There weren't a lot of options, but we were just fine. I do worry, though, about vegetarians and vegans on this sailing because the buffet does not have many options for them at all. Regarding drinks, one day they had fruit punch, lemonade, and water, and then the next day they had iced tea, apple juice, orange juice, and water. For dinner one night, we ate in Finn's. That is the main dining room, and we had the 8:30 seating. Service was very good. I did hear that the 6 o'clock seating on the first night was quite slow, but we didn't have that problem because we were at the 8:30 seating. Food was good. It was your typical main dining room quality. We really liked the shrimp cocktail. The butter chicken that I had was excellent, and my husband liked his penne with pancetta. He said it was very good. He actually cleaned the plate. The other night we ate at the steakhouse, and this was a real treat. The restaurant is gorgeous, and the food is spectacular. In fact, my husband said his New York strip was one of the best steaks he's ever had, and by far the best he's had on any cruise, so that's some big praise. I have to say that the service on board was really incredible. The people were so nice. The staff was so welcoming. They seemed so excited, very engaged, wanting to help you in any way possible. That was definitely a big plus on this sailing. Regarding entertainment, there were a lot of options. They had family-friendly events, they had game shows, they had karaoke, they had dance lessons, and they had a lot of live music in the public spaces. On day 2, they had a Junkanoo band, I think that's how you say it, on deck. That was so much fun, and everybody just really enjoyed it. They were all dancing and just partying with them, and that was just a really nice surprise. The highlight of the entertainment for me was Jimmy's ship show. I think that's what they call the show on board. It's 45 minutes, and it's really just a celebration of Jimmy Buffett's music with all of his best hits. And I was picked to go on stage to be serenaded with one of my all-time favorite Jimmy Buffett hits come Monday. It was a lot of fun. My husband and I also went to the spa one day, which was a fairly nice space, and we enjoyed our time there. They do have a Port Day special that I will put on screen now. I would definitely go as soon as possible when you get on board to see if you can book that, though, because spaces do fill up fast. All in all, we had a nice sailing, and we really did enjoy our time on this ship. Will we go back? I think so. I'm very interested to see what the sailing would be like on a weekday versus a weekend. I think it might be a lot more relaxing than this, which might be nice for a couple days. And then, of course, you can go on the weekend if you really feel like partying. But we did end up having a very good time. I just got off the ship this morning, so I'm still kind of processing everything, but I'm not sorry that we went on this cruise at all. Are you thinking about going on a Margaritaville cruise? If so, please leave a comment below and let me know. I would love to hear about your plans. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to talk cruising with me a little bit longer, I will link a couple videos at the end that I think you might like. Until next time, I hope you have happy and safe travels. Thanks for watching.